If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
Hope everyone is able to see my screen. Okay, so let's start with the recap of the yesterday's topic which we covered. Yeah, uh, if anyone can explain me yesterday what we covered, like what are the master data in EWM we have, and what are the different technologies or methodology we use to transfer the master data and the transactional data from the ERP system to the EWM system. Any idea?
Master data will transfer from the CIF and QRFCs will use, and transaction data using the QRFCs and
Yeah. And what are the important master data in EWM?
material master.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Yeah, material master and warehouse details, storage types, storage bin data.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, master data is something location, then the packaging specifications, product master, and then we'll have the transportation routes, then handle unit numbers. So these are the something master data is important master data in EWM we have. Yeah. So let's start with the today with the what are the internal, inbound, and outbound processes in EWM we have. So let's see how much we can complete in today's session. We'll start with the inbound processes. Okay, so we'll see the overview of the inbound flow. What are those in the what is the inbound flow in the EWM systems we usually follow? Yeah, and this is a disclaimer. Okay, see, this is the agenda, EWM inbound process and detail inbound process, then how the purchase orders is created, inbound delivery, significance of the documents which are created in the inbound process, then the pictorial descriptions, configuration related, what is there in the inbound processes to be done, then configuration process and warehouse task, what is the warehouse task and all those. So let's see in the detail. Okay, so inbound flow, what is the inbound flow in the warehouse? Yeah, can anyone has guess any idea what would be the inbound flow? What we say inbound flow in the warehouse?
Getting the material, goods receipt. So I think getting it on the staging, then deconsolidation, and then put away.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. Yeah, yeah. Inbound process is nothing but the stock which we are getting from the any external supplier or the from production line into the warehouse. Yeah, the stock which you are going to store into the warehouse. That the process we call as the inbound process. Okay, so in the how this once the stock we received it from the external supplier or from the production line, what are the processes SAP has to, means what are the processes it has to be followed or it has to based on the business requirement will have to be followed. So those processes we'll see it down here. Okay, in the inbound delivery, the first document to receive start with the inbound process in the ERP system is the purchase order. Yeah. Like when we are receiving the stock from the external system, sorry, external procurement or a vendor, we can say from the external vendor. The first document will be for us important for the EWM system. It is important is the purchase order. For that purchase order, then inbound delivery will be created. Okay, and then the inbound delivery which is created in the ERP system, will get the transfer to the EWM system. Yeah. Once the inbound delivery is getting transferred to the EWM system, the first document will be created, inbound delivery notification. Yeah, this is the document will be the same document as the ERP documents, ERP inbound delivery document, whatever it is there. It is just the replica of that inbound delivery, ERP inbound delivery document. So that would be your first document, inbound delivery notification. Then for that inbound delivery notification in EWM, it will create the inbound delivery. Yeah. And then for that inbound delivery order, yeah, your inbound delivery request or order we say in the EWM concept or warehouse documentary, warehouse request document also the document which the after the inbound delivery you will create the inbound delivery document, and that's the document will be used in EWM system to see the statuses or to process in the EWM. Okay, so that is the document where the statuses and everything will be sent back to the ERP based on these documents. The inbound delivery notification, there will be nothing to be done in that one. This is just the replications of the inbound delivery, which is coming from the ECC system. Okay, so in the with the latest version from the 1909, now the this document inbound delivery notification document is no more in used, so it is out of scope. But if you have the decentralized system, in that case, this documents is there. So this is just the to see before the inbound delivery is getting created. So this document, if there is any error prior to the inbound delivery creation or anything, in that case you will able to find that error, what error is there, why inbound delivery is not created in EWM. So in that document you will be able to see it. Okay, then once you create the inbound delivery document, you completed your put away the all the statuses like unloading, then you'll have the goods receipt status, then you'll have the uh, your all the warehouse activity completion status, like or the deconsolidation activity or whatever the activities you are going to do in the warehouse. Till that time, the completion of that document status will be in the partially completed status. I will show you in the system where what I'm talking about the partially complete status and that warehouse activity status. So by seeing that, you will get to know whether this for this document the final put away is done or not. Yeah, so that the statuses of the particular the all the that inbound delivery will be tracked on that inbound delivery document, or we called in the EWM terminology that is a warehouse request document. It is the same. Yeah, sometime we will get to know what is the warehouse request document. But then you can don't get confused. It is the something the document. It can be your outbound delivery document request document or inbound delivery request document. In the both case, we will call it as a warehouse request document, on which we will do the we will track the statuses of the inbound and outbound processes which we are going to perform into the EWM system. Okay, so once the you can see once the you created the your inbound delivery and for based on the warehouse request, sorry, once we create the inbound delivery for that inbound to process the any further activities into the warehouse. So next documents will be created the warehouse task, warehouse orders. These are the documents. Based on that, we will complete the your internal processes in the warehouse like a deconsolidation, any activity, further activities you actually are going to do in the warehouse before putting your stock into the final bin. Okay. Now you can see here. Yeah, these are the some documents you can see here: purchase order, inbound delivery, warehouse task, warehouse order, and the put away goods receipt statuses to back to the in the EWM and also in the back to the ECC system. Once the statuses is completed, the posting change documents will be again sent through the your warehouse task. So as I explained yesterday, this warehouse task will the document will be created to do the any movements from one bin to the another bin. Yeah. Yeah. Now you can see in the ERP purchase order, then the second document is inbound delivery. The in EWM system, you can see same EWM system. Then you'll have the inbound delivery notification created. Then this is a inbound delivery document, which is called the warehouse request document is created. Then to perform the internal processes, you'll have the warehouse task created uh, for any activities which you are going to do into the warehouse. Then for the create the warehouse task, this is the something is a prerequisites to, if warehouse task is created by default, there are the some warehouse order will be created for the one task. Okay, this is the default settings SAP has provided. So without warehouse order, the warehouse task will not be created. So to create the warehouse order, and that we'll have the some prerequisite configs, something warehouse order creation rule. So based on that warehouse order creation rule, we can define the settings that in the one warehouse order, what are the warehouse task, or what should be the filtration. Based on that, warehouse task should be created, how much warehouse task should be created in one warehouse order. So we can assign directly this warehouse order to the particular operator or clerk into the warehouse to perform those activity in the bulk. Yeah. So for that purpose, warehouse order documents has to be created. Otherwise it will be getting difficult, it will get difficult to warehouse manager to assign the each and every task to the one operator. So they can, based on this warehouse order creation rule, or based on this warehouse order, they can just assign this warehouse order to the operator, and he, for him, automatically RF device or the system will propose inside this warehouse order, these are the warehouse tasks which you have to perform. Yeah, so that's the purpose of the warehouse order in EWM. So it will be created by default once your warehouse task is created. Then the goods receipt again will be sent back to the EWM system, sorry, ERP system, once the all the goods receipt status is completed into the um, EWM system. Yeah, and once you complete the goods receipt, the what, any guess what the status in EWM, in which storage type in ERP system stock will be available?
It depends.
Because in EWM
No.
we will have the two storage type, right? So, sorry, storage locations. There will be two storage location. One is for the D and another one was for the S, right? D and S. What was that two storage type we were discussed? 00, because received on dock and available for sale, right?
Yeah. So it will be available for sale.
Sorry, it will not be available for sale because stock
Mm-hmm.
is come into the warehouse. Say it is just goods received. That's it. They just received the stock. That means they have put stock into the warehouse, but it is not yet finally put into the bin, right? So that stock will be go into the received on dock storage
Okay.
location.
Mm-hmm.
That means if the stock is there in the received on dog, in that case, that stock will not be available for sale. We cannot create the sales order or outbound delivery order for those stock which is there inside that storage location received on dog. For that, how the differentiation will be done? The availability group which I was talking about. The availability group will be assigned to the your stock type, and the stock type will be assigned to the particular availability group, and to the storage type of the goods receipt storage type will be the restricted stock type. Yeah, so automatically system will do the stock type mapping between the EWM and the ERP system. Yeah, so stock type whatever is there for the received on dock storage location, it is the restricted stock type, which means that stock is not yet
Mm-hmm.
available for sale. As soon as you put this stock into the final bin, the storage type of that final bins, the availability group will be changed, and based on that availability change, the stock type will be changed. Stock type request will be sent back to the ERP system and also in the EWM system, saying now stock is available for sale. And then movement from the your storage location received on dock to the available for sale storage location will be moved. Yeah, once you
Okay.
put your
So,
stock into the final bin. So that's the what stock change request will be sent from the EWM to the ERP system. Based on that, once you put it into your final bin, unless and until you are not putting stock into the final bin, wherever your stock is there inside the warehouse, let it be your goods receipt area, let it be your consolidation work center area, or your any was any internal activity area which has the stock type or availability group is restricted. In that case, you will be not able to sell that stock, or you will not be able to move that stock out of your warehouse. Okay.
okay. So I have a question here. Say if we order some 10 quantity for a material
Mm,
and we get 10 quantity, so we will not check the quality of the product, whether is there any damage or anything. We will do the GR for all 10.
mm.
And then at a later stage, if there is any damage, then there'll be a different process, is it, for returning?
Yes, we will have the different processes for that. If it
Okay.
is the yeah,
So whatever we get, it means that whatever quantity that comes, we will do the GR for the complete quantity only.
yes, yes. We will do the GR for that complete quantity, whatever we get in about that for that delivery. Then
Okay.
once GR is completed, then we'll check the quality of that stock. We'll have the quality inspection work center there, and
Mhm.
we'll have in EWM again to quality check. There is a separate setups available, and to if the quality is getting passed, or we'll have the follow on actions. Okay, right, if the rejected, suppose quality is rejected, and then what should be the follow on action, whether it should be triggered your return process or scrapping process. Okay,
Okay.
it can
Okay.
have the your return process based on your business requirement. As soon as we received that stock and it is not as per the quality, it can be sent back to the vendor, or it can be moved to the scrapping. So based on this thing, these two quality check, the stock type of that stock will be changed to the blocked. Yeah, and if it is blocked, then in that case, what it will happen? It will move to the that blocked status. And also in EWM system, also the block status storage location will be there available. So that movement of that stock from received on dock will be moved to the again block status of the storage location inside the ERP system. And then if it is a blocked, in that case the scrapping process will be there to clear out that stock. Or in case of it is the return case, in that case again return separate storage location, or you can they can use the same storage location, but return process will be start and the storage location which is going to be in the return, the stock type, sorry, availability group for that storage location will be changed to available for sale, right? And from there
Okay.
it will your return process, vendor return process will get start again.
Okay. So, so another question I have is like, once
Mm,
we do the GR, right, then the purchase order will be closed, right? So, I mean, once we do the GR and
mm, mm,
the stock category say it's received on dock, but
mm,
the purchase order is closed, we can have after once we move the stock from dock to sale, right? We
mm.
don't send any more updates. We don't do any more updates on the purchase order. We just do updates only on the stock, correct? Stock
Yeah.
movement. We don't do any other changes on the purchase order.
No, what will happen? We'll send the status to our delivery quantity adjustment one entry will be sent back to the ERP system if your stock is going to into the blocked or into the vendor return cases, right? And because for that delivery, your stock will be in the open status unless and until you are not going send back to the available for sale, or what you done with that stock, right? Because that
Mm,
delivery will be in the open status. Now your stock is moved to the scrapping. So
mm,
EWM system will send the delivery adjustment quantity, whatever the quantity you have moved to the scrapping. So that
mhm.
entry will automatically will send, will have the QRFCs, the queues will send back to the EWM system for that inbound delivery, saying this much quantity has been moved to the scrapping, and then that quantity adjustment in the inbound delivery will be done automatically.
Okay. And all this should be visible in your purchase order history.
Not sure in the purchase order, but I think in inbound delivery level it should be, and if it is updated in the purchase inbound delivery, it should be updated in the purchase order, right?
Okay.
I don't have much idea on the purchase order level, but in the inbound
Mm-hmm.
delivery level, it definitely it will update,
Okay.
whether it is a confirmed or whether it is blocked or whether it is the split delivery or whether it is the quantity adjustment delivery. So that will be done in the inbound delivery level to close out that inbound delivery document.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I think through material document request and moment types for that will be triggered from the EWM system, yeah, to adjust the quantities, so to do that all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So in this, you can see some purchase order how the system. I think you are aware about this purchase order document. Then the inbound delivery documents for the put away packing and supports all the activity in the warehouses. And
Uh,
also,
Just
yeah.
one quick question. Say, if the quantity on the inbound delivery is 10, but
Mhm.
we have received 12, then
Over
in that
quantity.
case, what will happen? You do the GR for 12, or
Okay, so if you have the over quantity scenarios,
Mhm.
in that case, the GR will be done, okay, for the
Okay.
your that 10 quantity, and the split delivery will be created. There will be split delivery scenarios. Yeah, and in that case, you need to have the some prerequisite configs in the both system for the split delivery scenarios. In that
Okay.
case, only it will allow you to do the over or over quantity delivery creation in the both system. In EWM system will initiate your split delivery creation, and from here the documents in split delivery documents will be created and sent back to the EWM system, and that will documents will be available there, or it can be from either way. Yeah.
So which means you can you can create standalone inbound deliveries in EWM as well without reference to
Uh,
a purchase order.
No, no, you'll have the reference to the purchase order, right? Because as you said, if you get the over quantity, in which
Mhm.
how you'll get the over quantity based on your purchase order documents, right?
Correct. Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So for that reference, you'll have the purchase order for that split delivery, whatever the delivery are going, it system is going to be created.
Okay.
Yeah, but that for that split delivery, some config has to be done in the ERP system first, and then only the split delivery creation will be allowed.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now you can see here inbound delivery can be created from what are the different documents from the ERP system, like with the purchase order or with the collective processes of the server purchase orders. Yeah, and for the stock transfer order with the inbound delivery can be created, and the customer return, the inbound delivery also can be created. So these are the some different reference documents to from where the inbound delivery will be can be created, and the stock can be received from. These are the different documents in the EWM. Yeah, and you can see again, this inbound delivery also can be created from the expected goods receipt. In the case of the your stock is receiving from the external, production line, right? So in that case, we'll have this uh, expected goods receipt will be created for the purchase process order, which is going to be produce your finished good into the production plan. So in that case, the process order will be created in ERP system, and the expected goods receipt also will be created into the your ERP system based on the your process order. And when the when the goods can be expected, on when the finished goods can be completed, based on that timelines, the expected goods receipt documents will be created against to that process order. And for that expected goods received, same expected goods receipt document will be transferred to the EWM system. Yeah. And based on this expected goods receipt document, inbound delivery will be created. So to do this process, there is a different transaction codes in the EWM system, or different processes are there available. So that I will just give you one overview of that also, when we are going to see the practically in the system, how the just remind me that how the goods receipt expected goods receipt process will be done. Yeah. Then again, once you create the inbound delivery, this will be your first document which is going to be created, inbound delivery notification, PDI, inbound running, inbound delivery. Then inbound delivery from the production. So these are the some different categories for which the documents will be created. Document types for different document types will be created to receive the inbound delivery from different processes. You can see document categories, IDR, inbound delivery request, and then document type for that. What is the mapping of the document category and the item category? Yeah. For inbound delivery notification, this is the standard inbound delivery request, and the item category again it will be the DLV, and document type INB, and here document category PDI, but the document type will be the combination in EWM will be always with the document category and document type. Okay, and again item category and item type. So these are the combination, the whatever the similar documents which is getting created, like inbound delivery notification, the category is different but document type is the same. So we will have the differentiator as a document category. Okay, so this is the hierarchy for the document types and document category in inbound, and similarly we'll have into the outbound process flow as well. Okay, so significance of the warehouse process type in determination, yeah, into the warehouse. So what is this warehouse process type? Yeah, okay. So this warehouse process type is the steps or to perform your any internal activity like quality inspection, call like unloading, or like your deconsolidation activity, let it be your wash activity. So whatever the activity you are going to perform into the warehouse, to perform that one activity, there will be the one warehouse process type has to be determined or has to be defined in EWM. So system will understand this warehouse process type will be triggered based on the your the configuration which you are going to differentiate the process for the bunch of the products, yeah, has to be performed, right? Some for some of the bunch of the products, whenever the documents is created for this document types and item type or delivery priority indicator, maybe you will get it from. So this based on this differentiator, the warehouse process type will be created, assigned into the EWM system. So that particular process can be performed for those items into the EWM system. So this is the most important step, or most important process type has to be defined in EWM, and you'll always play with this warehouse process type. yeah, into the EWM system whole time. Like you can see, put away strategies, the storage controls, and therefore used to relevant the processes into the EWM system. So how that warehouse process type determination will be happened? That will be happen based on your document type, item type, and delivery priority. These are the some optional things, but if you have the something called uh, high priority customers, sorry, high priority deliveries, you will have something scenario, the some of the deliveries should be created with the high priorities, and for those high priority deliveries you'll have the some different processes to be do the picking, sorry, to do the put away or do the picking into the uh, fast manner. Yeah, because this is high priority delivery, picking and put away or anything has to be done very fast. In that case, you have to put the, or you have to maintain the process in the warehouse, separate process in the warehouse to complete that activity. So how we'll differentiate it from the normal process? So for that, again, you will maintain the separate warehouse process type, and you will maintain inside that what are the fast moving process, maybe something you can minimize the your some internal processes for that the high priority delivery activities and that all. Yeah. So for that case, or there might be some specifically operators are available into the warehouse for they will be used only for the high priority delivery uh, uh, to perform the high priority deliveries activities. So differentiate that into the EWM system. The warehouse process type has to be maintained. So any process, any different processes for the different materials, it needs to be changed into the warehouse or needs to be defined into the warehouse. In that case, warehouse process type determination is the most mandatory settings we have to do. Yeah. Any doubts, any query on this? Uh, and this defined determination of warehouse process type will be done based on your document type, item type, and delivery priority indicator. Also, you'll have some different some other parameters which we'll see into the system once we see the practical.
No, I am good for now.
Yeah. Okay. So based on this warehouse process type, only the warehouse tasks will be created. Yeah. Yeah. You can see these are the something settings, control indicator for the process type different, which so there are defined process indicators, and these are the some important warehouse process types SAP has provided. SAP already given some standard process type, right? To for inbound process flow, the 110, sorry, 1010 process type SAP has provided. You can see process type for the put away, process type for the uh, stock removal. This is outbound for outbound process. Process type for put away with deconsolidation. Process type unloading with the counting put away WPT. So differentiate any process into the warehouse. These is the warehouse separate process type has to be created. As I was saying you on the based on what uh, process type will be determined. Yeah, as soon as your inbound delivery is created, okay, to start with your inbound processes, the what should be the first process? It should be start it will be start with your uh, moving the stock from the door to the staging area, right? And then from staging area to the to GR zone, right? And then further processes if you have any. So to do that processes also, how the which are the first process type SAP will be determined. Yeah. Then in that case, you'll have to define that uh, uh, process type into the system based on your document type. So for this, if any inbound delivery created with this document type and delivery, so by default in that inbound delivery type, the warehouse process type will be triggered as a 101, sorry, 1010. So that process type will be created. Okay. Configurations, some related. These are the some where you can define your uh, process type. The we will see in the system, and then these are the some where the you can define the control indicator for the determining the warehouse process type. Yeah, let's see in the system where we have that. SPRO. In the cross process settings, inside the warehouse task tab, you can see this is the warehouse process type. This warehouse process type, again you can see, and then here you have the settings, some settings, how the warehouse task should be created, because this is the first mandatory settings which has to be done to create the warehouse task for that particular process, right? So if you want, as I was saying, you to if in, when you have the requirement to track each and every activity in the warehouse, right, to moving the stock from the GR zone to the from staging area to the GR zone, or from GR zone to the your any work center area, further work center area, to track that all the activities, this warehouse type has to be defined for each and every activity. Then how the warehouse task can be created for that activity, or as soon as it should be created it should be allowed to create manually, or it should not be allowed. Then you can keep the settings to whether it should be confirmed automatically as soon as the movement from there one area to another area is happens, whether it should be automatically confirm that warehouse task or not. So that setting you can perform here, or you can also have the setting to which will propose the confirmation. Then based on this all the warehouse process type, you'll have the some internal activities to should be triggered or not. Yeah, automatic replenishment means something as soon as you remove the stock from that particular bin or that area, immediately some next stock should be come or trigger from another area into that particular area. So for that case, replenishment settings can be made it here at the warehouse process type level. And this you can see the activity, for what activity you are going to use that process order, uh, uh, warehouse process type, whether it is for the your putaway activity, replenishment activity, posting change, or whether it is for the internal movement activity, crossed line stock putaway activity. So these are the different activity types, activities SAP has provided, so for which you want to do use this warehouse process type for. Yeah, so these are the some different settings. What are the warehouse order rules should we follow to once you use this uh, process type? Based on that, warehouse order creation will be happened for that. The printing determination, if there is any printing, as soon as they were you some like suppose if you are doing the repacking activity into the warehouse, for that also warehouse process type has to be created, right? So in that case, as soon as you do the repacking, the printing of the repacking labels should be done, right? And the so for that case, the determination printing procedure, what should be triggered, what should be used, so that setting we can use here. Then by default you can put it here from where your stock should become, or we can also put the destination storage type also, where the stock has to be sent from this activity process type. So here you can see this is a standard 1010, yeah, 1010 process type. By default it will be come, I mean, so this process type will be used to start the next process from the GR zone, okay, into the warehouse. So we can say the once the stock received into the GR zone, then next process, put away process, what you related with your from this GR zone to the quality inspection area, or your deconsolidation area, or your any or final bin also. If there is no internal processes is defined from this GR zone to the final bin where the stock should be moved, you so that setting also you can define it here. So this is the something storage process setting is available. So this is the most important setting and we have to use it. So we'll see this setting, storage process setting, in the detail once we going forward. So what this storage process setting is does, in this one you can automated the your processes, right? Suppose unloading, if you need to do the automation from the unloading till the goods received, from the goods received the quality, from quality inspection, from quality inspection to the your any was activity to the final bin. To automate that whole process, the house system will understand what are the process has to be performed one after another, right? So for that thing, this is the storage process as concept SAP, that is called process oriented control process storage, POSC, storage process oriented control, the concept SAP has come up with. Yeah. So that storage process will be assigned to that particular warehouse process or type, and based on this process type, the all your automated process or the next what the next process that for that stock SAP the sorry system should follow, that will be handled through this storage process. To make this process automated or the system driven, we can say the system driven process for that particular stocks or for that particular products, then that can be achieved using the storage type. Yeah. Then if you have those any exception codes has to be handled while posting the posting change, production supply settings something. And this you can see the what should be the warehouse interim document types or item types should be used. And now you can see here availability group. Again, this availability group also was assigned at the your storage type level, right? So this is the something availability group, that means for this process the stock is not available for sale. This 001 is nothing but restricted, and in the EWM this is standard availability group. 001 is nothing but the restricted stock, and the 002 is nothing but your unrestricted stock. Yeah. So you can, based on these settings, the your warehouse request documents will be further processed. So any doubt or any query on this topic, because this is the one of the important topic, and you'll be running around this warehouse process type always. This is the biggest differentiator to for the differentiate the process the as per the business requirement wise into the warehouse. Then you'll define this one. Now how the determination of this warehouse process type should be happened, right? Process type determination, right? So you have, you can see this indicator, whatever the we are assigning here, this indicator will be assigned at your product type level, production master data, product master data level. Yeah. the system will know which product has to go through which process, right? So whether that product should go to through the quality inspection or it should not go to the quality inspection, how the system will determine. So this through this setting. Okay. Process type determination indicator. You see this one, why this, whatever it is there for this warehouse. So this has to be assigned, and based on this indicator will be assigned to the your WPT, and based on this WPT, the further processes, whether it should follow the your unloading and the put away, or only the put away, or whether it should follow your quality and the unloading and any other whatever the processes you are going to define to perform that activity for those products. So this is the link, huh? How the products will be determined, or how the system will determine the which product has to be go through which processes. It's clear? Now you can see here the warehouse, the document, for which document, as soon as the document delivery it's created with this one, and the process indicator, and you will have the process type. What should be the process type should be determined for that. This process type, or if you have the process type determination for any product, if you maintain this one, then this process type will be triggered. So we'll see this in the system, how the as soon as the delivery document is created with this one, and the product has this indicator, it should determine this one, this process type, uh, it should be determined. And for this process type, now you can see what is the storage processes it is dependent. You can see the storage process. Okay. And what is the settings for this storage process and that all, because for this storage process, as I shown you here, it has to follow your unloading task, right? Unloading process. So what is the unloading process, how it is, it will determine based on this storage process. And put away with the unloading, yeah, by seeing the name itself you will be understanding, and the what should be the storage process and that setting. I will show you this topic also once we start with the that particular topic. Just remember the what is the use of the warehouse process type and how it will be determined for the particular to from the product and for the particular document type into the EWM system. That's the most important one. Yeah. So warehouse process type is the most important settings which you should know, and then I will explain about these two settings. This is also two settings are important. Any doubt, any query on this topic? This is the settings which I have showed you. Okay. So this is a something the settings we will see how the storage types are sequence for the put away, assign the storage types are sequence, then define the put away control indicator, specific the search sequence for the put away. So this is something your put away strategies, yeah, into the warehouse. So this setting the strategies for the put away goods receipt process, what it will do, it will define the settings such a way that what should be the uh, what we say how the products whatever we received into the goods receipt area, the in which storage type it has to be go, right, and in which storage type, in which storage bin, and how it has to be go. So for that we have to define the put away strategies. Yeah, so let's see in the system the what are the strategies we need to define it while we are receiving the stock into the EWM system. This is a setting functional people will maintain it. You can see here strategies, the what should be the storage types or sequence. Okay, so whatever the storage type and search sequence, we will define it one storage type say search sequence. You define the storage types or sequence. You can see the same, the whatever the storage type name is there, generally EWM SAP propose use the same name whatever the storage type name is there for the put away strategies. So as soon as you'll define the search sequence strategy here, then for the storage type, how the storage type search will be done as soon as you get the product which needs to be stored into that particular storage type. Yeah, so this storage type you'll define it here, storage type search sequence. Then you'll assign that storage type search sequence to the storage. You can see this for this storage type 11, this is the storage type search sequence which is used. Yeah, you can use the same search sequence for the multiple storage type, and but here you can see search sequence will be different. That means if you assign this storage type search sequence at the your product level and or your put away control indicator, right? So if you use this there in the product level, what it will do, it will come into the system and it will see what is the first search sequence which I need to determine, which system needs to be determined. This setting you will assign it at the product level. Let me show you where you will assign it that. Yeah, you will assign it here. You will assign it here. Then this product control indicator, right? You will assign this search sequence to that put away control indicator. I will show below down there. You just remember that you have to define the search sequence category, search sequence for the in which manner the system should determine the which in which storage type it has to go first, whatever the stock it is coming, in which storage type it has to be go first. So for that search sequence strategies has to be defined. You can see here, suppose for we in the system for this search sequence a storage type search sequence is defined, and for that this is the storage type. First should be checked with the this storage type whether any bin available into this storage type. If it is any bin available in this storage type to put away put that stock, then it will determine the that bin first in which it should go. If there is no bin available in this storage type, then system will try to check is there any another search sequence available for that particular um, is there any another stock storage type available for that particular search sequence. If there is available, then system will also check inside this storage type whether there is any bin available to put the stock into the system, put the stock into that bin. If there is no bin available either of this bin, then system will throw out the error. Yeah, because for this search sequence whatever it is defined and the whatever the this search sequence is assigned to whatever the put away control here, whatever you are assigning to this product level, If it is not available there, it will say there is no storage bin available into the system. Yeah. So this is the important setting you must know, and what should be the search sequence for the what are the for that particular for the group of the storage type in which your stock should be go. Then as soon as defined it, you can see here define put away control indicator. Yeah, you can see here this is the put away control indicator YQ01 or YQ02, and this same indicator we are going to assign it here at the product level. Now you can see this YQ04 is the indicator which is assigned here. Now what is the YQ04 indicator here? YQ04 it is there. And now see, specify the storage type search sequence for the put away. Now inside this you can see for which process type, for which put away control indicator, which storage type search sequence will be determined. Yeah. So in our case, YQ04 was there for that particular product. YQ04 it is there. WPT you can see here, and the search sequence will be determined YE03, right? And what is the storage type is assigned to this YE03, that we will see it. That means this product, whatever this product is here, that will go to the YQ04 put away control indicator, and that YQ04 put away indicator has these two settings, YE03 and YE05. What is this YE05? What is this quantity classification? As I shown you, told you yesterday, right? If you have the pallet quantity, then on the quantity classification means of the quantity of the whatever the quantity it is coming into the that inbound delivery, and it is matching with the your pallet quantity or in the system, whatever the pallet quantity determination you have kept, if it is matching with that something, the for the to complete one pallet into the EWM system, it is something, the limitation is if you get the 100 quantity piece of the quantity of that product, and then the system should create the pallet. In that case, what it will happen, system will create the pallet, and it will determine that that pallet has to be stored into this storage type, right? This storage, whatever the storage type assigned to this search sequence, for in that storage type it has to be go. So we'll see what are the storage type is assigned to this particular to storage search sequence. Yeah. So are you getting, or are you, it is something I'm going very fast, guys? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
This is something you'll get confused initially, I'm sure.
Yeah,
But
yeah, that is what happening
yeah, yeah,
with us. Yeah,
yes, yes. This is something. If you understand this one, yeah, okay, then you will understand the how the stock is going to store into the EWM system. Yeah, the in the simple language, what I will say, warehouse process type is used to perform any activity into the warehouse. That is the first mandatory. Without warehouse process type, you cannot perform any activity or you cannot do anything into the EWM system. Just simple language. Okay. Just remember that. Now you have the warehouse process type. Okay. Let it be your final put away or let it be your unloading, any intermediate processes into the warehouse. You got the warehouse process type to do the that one activity. Now in which storage type that product has to be go, right? Because you have to define it first itself, this kind of products it should go to the particular storage type. So to define that setting, this is the put away strategies SAP has come up with, right? Now what we are doing first, we are here setting up the setting to determine the storage type first for that product, right? System should determine the storage type as soon as your stock comes at the GR zone into the EWM system. From there, the system will know where the stock has to be go, right? For that, what SAP has come up with the storage type search sequence, right? So using the storage type search sequence concept, either it can be defined in the one storage type search sequence, one how many storage type has to be assigned, or what are the storage type has to be searched to put that stock into that storage types, right? Now you can see we defined first storage types as sequence. Then what we did, we assigned the storage types as sequence to that storage type, right? Now you see here, this is the something storage type we assigned 0305 storage types as sequence it is assigned, and this will be the your storage types, right? For this storage types as sequence, this is the storage type. Similarly, if you have the multiple storage types to be handled inside the one storage type search sequence, then you will have this one, two. This is the indicator in between, right? Then what we did, define the search sequence, assign the search sequence to the storage type. Then what we did, we defined the put away control indicator. Put away control indicator has to be assigned at the product level. You got the link between the storage type search sequence and the product is the put away control indicator. Now what we did, we defined the put away control indicator, and we specified that put away control indicator with the process type and with the search sequence. Now you might have understand the linkage between your warehouse process type, between your put away control indicator, and between your search sequence. Using these three indicator, system will determine in which storage type the your stock has to be going. Is it clear something now? And this put away indicator control indicator will be assigned at the product level. Okay, as soon as the product such a product comes, system will determine, yeah, what is the put away control indicator for that. Okay, this is XYZ put away indicator is for that. Then for that, what is the warehouse process type is determined in that inbound delivery, right? Without inbound delivery, you will not receive the any stock. That means for that inbound delivery, what would be the warehouse process type is determined. You can see here you will have something Y13 for that particular put away control indicator of that product. This is the indicator. Then based on these two indicator, system will determine what is the search sequence, storage type search sequence SAP we have defined, in which using this setting, system will determine in which whatever the storage type you assigned inside this search sequence, in which storage type that stock has to be go, or that product has to be go. We got it? Why this process type indicator it is assigned it here? Because here you given the direct link from this put away control indicator. Now my stock has to be go into this final storage type using this search sequence, because this search sequence we have assigned in which storage type it has to be go, right? Then this warehouse process type, why it is come between? Because if there are any middle or intermediate processes has to be done for that particular product, something like product received in goods received, and you need to perform the quality inspection for that product. Using this process indicator on whatever the processes storage process we assigned inside this WPT or process type, that will automatically determine the next process what it has to be done for that particular product before it put into your final bin using this search sequence. It's clear now? Or anyone can explain me something what you have understand till now? Or let's go this way. What is the search sequence? What is the use of that? What we'll do? Can anyone explain? So the
Not me, Rohit. I need some time to understand. Yeah,
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
I'll go through your recording again, and only then
yeah.
I'll be able to.
Please, I will say you must go through this recording, and you have to understand this concept very well. Then only it will easier for you to write the code, because based on this setting, your whole code is going to be changed, or based on these settings, your whole process is going to be changed into the EWM for that particular product, because this is the only way is in the EWM system will define what are the processes and for what are the product, in which storage type it has to be moved, and in between what are the processes it has to be processed, right? This is the link. This is the most important link in which storage types are sequence is used to uh, store the storage types as sequence is used to determine the storage type in which your product is going to stored, right? That is use of the storage types as sequence. Then how the storage types as sequence will be determined? Storage types as sequence will be determined based on your put away control indicator, right? The one, what is the put away control indicator? The put away control indicator will be is indicator will be used in the product master level, using which it will find in which storage type your uh, this product has to be moving into the warehouse, right? And then in between you'll have the for that product what are the intermediate process has to be performed, for that warehouse process type will be used and will be assigned it here. You got it? Now you will have some quantity. This further, this is not much required, but you will have this quantity classification where you can define something like this quantity classification, which I was saying yesterday, right? In the product level also, you'll assign that quantity classification. Where is that? Yeah, yeah. You see here, if I assign here P, that means this product has to be go always into that pallet quantities. Yeah, if you have the full quantity, full pallet quantity, then it has to be go into that particular storage type. In that case, what it will see, it will check if the pallet quantity is received for that product, then that product has to be moved into this particular storage type. It should not move into this YE02, because if the uh, same product can come into the full pallet quantity or the parcel pallet quantity as well. So you'll have the different kind of storages available into the warehouse, in which that particular full point quantity send put it into the one location, partial quantity of the same product put it into the another location. To achieve that functionality, again this quantity classification is used based on the quantity which you are receiving into the product. For that purpose, if based on the quantity you wanted to move the stock into the different location, for that purpose this quantity classification indicator is used. Okay, try to go through this recording again and again. Try to understand this linkage. This is the most important linkage we have to understand to do the put away into the warehouse, or put away stock into the your final bins, and what to perform the intermediate step for that product. Similarly, you'll have the same put away strategy, same search sequence strategy for the outbound as well. It depend based on this concept, it is the similarly there it is also. So you have to understand this at any. Then you'll have the this is the called storage section search sequence. This is generally will not use that much, but if you have anything, you'll use maintain it. You can see here for which storage type, what should be the storage search sequence, and you can see section indicator, what should be the section indicator, and what should be the storage sections will be determined for this storage type. This is not used that much, but try to understand the if you have the storage sections in which the product has to be go. In that case, you'll use that one. You can see here storage section indicator. Then whatever the indicator you are putting it here, this indicator for this storage type, this is the indicator in which storage section this your stock has to be go. So you have to maintain this indicator at the product level. So linkage of the whatever the search sequences you are maintaining here, it is directly with the product. So based on this link, the system will determine or system will propose you the your final bin automatically as soon as your stock received into the bin. Yeah. Now storage bin determination. Now you will have the complex warehousing. Something storage type also is there. Storage sections also is there, and also you'll have the storage type. In the section also, you'll have different two storage bins types. Means in one storage bin type, XYZ stock should be go, and another storage bin type, YBZ stock should be go. So differentiate that much level of the depth. SAP has provided the functionality here as well. Storage bin type, you have to assign it here. Then you see here, define storage bin type. Then you'll assign that storage bin type to that particular storage type. Yeah. So why this is there is no storage section link is available here directly because storage section is not mandatory. If you ask have the storage section, then you have to maintain the storage section indicator, and inside that if you have you are also going to have the storage type, then you have to maintain the storage type as well, storage type indicator as well. So you'll have to best depends on your requirement. These two indicator it depends on your requirement. If you don't have any storage type or index section indicator, you just has to maintain this. This is the mandatory you have to maintain. Otherwise system will not propose you where that stock has to be go, or you cannot put the restrictions in the inside the system that this stock has to go into only into that particular storage type. If you don't put it here anything here, that means this product can go and sit into any storage type which is available inside the store warehouse. Yeah. So restrict that things, we have to have these indicators. Then again, what are the HUs? Like as I was saying you, the if you have the restriction to put the pallet full pallets only into your one storage type or only into the some storage bin type. So this is the settings where you have to define it. You can see here, define HU type to each storage type. What are the HUs can be allowed into that particular storage type. Yeah, you can see here E type HU, whatever the HU is created, because whatever the handle unit you are going to create for that HU type is a mandatory. And then it depends on this setting, you will allowed, you will maintain this setting whether this HU should be allowed into that particular storage location or not. Yeah, to for that you can have n number of HU types assigned here to which is you want to allow to store into that particular storage location. And also if you need to restrict into the bin type level, that settings also is available here. You can see in the which bin type you wanted to restrict, which storage type HU type has to be go into the which bin type, that setting also is available here. Okay, so this is something important topic which is you must know about the what is the put away strategies, yeah, into the EWM. Then how should be the your put away rules, yeah, in the pallet storage behavior, whatever it is there, you can see this is what should be the your storage bin type, and this generally will not use much, but you can just have the some uh, division of the storage bin into the section what should be there. Then for the pallet storage behavior pallet, you will have we will I shown you right in the storage behavior whether it should be the pallet bulk storage or flexible bins or sorting near to the picking bins. So these are the some different behaviors indicators which we need to define if you need to achieve the behavior of the storage accordingly. Okay, storage types, sequence, section sequence, and storage bin determination. These are the three important topics you must know. Then you can see here, this is something settings for the achieve or do the your deconsolidation. And here you'll map the what are the document types which you should allowed into the EWM system. You can see here for for ENB document type and the category is PDI. That means it is inbound delivery. You can see the notification IDR, inbound delivery notification, the INBI, the PDI document category is inbound delivery from the production, inbound delivery from the your manufacturing plant. So these are the same different document type and different category document category for which SAP has given the some action profiles. Yeah, based on these action profiles, your subsequent actions of for that particular inbound delivery will be displayed. Yeah, suppose status profile, what are the statuses in that inbound delivery has to be defined, that all settings will be done here. Generally we don't do any changes here. This is the something standard defined settings which SAP has provided. You should not touch much on this one, but this is the some settings if you need to do the at delivery level as soon as the document is created. Yeah, for so
But
you must have the document category and document type and default action profile, status profile, this into the for that document type for that delivery. Yeah, if anyone has any question.
yeah, but this action profile alone will be modifying, right? Generally.
Yes, yes. If you have the different customization actions needs to be done or something, you need to have different action profiles. So you can assign it here. Yeah, this can be modified, but this is something we generally don't touch it. Yeah, in very rare case and very stringent case, if there is anything needs to be done, in that case, you can the system can allow to change you.
Okay, and where is the cross reference between your ERP and EWM document type maintained?
Yeah, you'll have there. It is in the interface level. Yeah, what are this is the document type in ERP for the EL normal delivery. This is the inbound delivery document. DIG. This is INB. Again, it depends on your what is the goods received from the production, right? Or goods received from the manufacturing plant. Then this is the document. And the but in the ERP system, you'll have the same document type, but the category will be different. And again, for the this is normal delivery EL. Then this is the inbound delivery document type in the EWM system. LF outbound delivery document type in the EWM system. Clear? And this business system, as I told you, if you have the multiple ERP system, then this is the mandatory things which you have to maintain. If it is don't have the multiple ERP system connected to the EWM system, then if it, even if you keep it as a blank, it will determine the default one, whatever it is there. Clear?
Yeah, got it right.
Yeah, good. Similarly, you can have the then ERP, whatever the dates and with date types and that all will be used for the ERP date types, and this is the similarly will be used in the EWM system for that document type and to map between these two documents into EWM system, date and time types. You'll have something control message processing dependent on the recipient. So this is some settings available. Based on this, something how much level of messages you have to send back to the ERP system. Okay, So that some settings, I'm not sure we very much in detail, but this is something, do not report HO data if goods received process. Report the HO data. Means what level of data in the ERP system has to be processed back from the EWM. That setting is this for that. Yeah. Then you can see here map storage locations to the EWM. As I was telling you, availability group is the your main setting in the EWM. Availability group is nothing but something your storage location into the EWM system. Yeah, you can see here for this availability group, if the stock comes inside this availability group and this availability group where we are assigning, any as I explained, any guys, anyone can tell me where we assign this availability group?
Is it at the storage type?
Yeah, correct. Storage type level or also at the WPT level. We can assign it at both level, right? So storage type level, we assign that based on this assignment. If the stock comes into the your that particular storage type, that entry indicators or posting change will go back into the EWM system and will say, boss, now I received the stock into the storage location and update that stock again back to the ECC storage location that is received on dock. And as soon as the storage type, if you received it, its goods completely available for sale. So if you assign the storage availability group that particular storage type in which your final stock is going to be stored, in that case, using this logical system and using this availability group, the entry will send back material document posting entry will send back to the ERP system and will update that the stock from this to the this location. So this is the link. This is something, if you have some customer movement types which you need to perform. So for that, the settings are there. I have not used till now. Movement type and that reason, if you have anything, want to map it, and the active synchronous goods movement posting. Yeah, if you want to activate the synchronous goods movement posting as soon as, so you can activate for that particular whole warehouse level. Generally, we don't do that. It will make some performance issues. And again, for the settings for the what should be WPT used to do the use that movement and what the documents will be created and that all things. So this is something settings is there to map with the document and the storage type between EWM and ERP system. Clear? Now let's see what are the next topics we have here inside this. This I already shown you. Yeah, this is something storage to warehouse process type level settings I explained to you. Again, this process type indicator determination indicator, I told you this we are going to assign it at the product level, right? To determine your particular storage process warehouse process type. Then yeah, you can see here it is given where we assign that process type determination indicator. Then as I explained you how the determination of warehouse process type will be happen, the document which is going to received into the EWM system. If you receive the document is the, with this in this document type and item type, then this will be by default warehouse process type will be triggered. Okay. Now you can see you have to define the one storage bin. Okay, right? To on the in the storage area or as soon as goods receipt is created, right? I mean in that case you will have the storage type defined for that goods received zone area and the storage bin. So this is something the one bin only will be created in the EWM system for to receive the goods into that particular area. It is not something that permanently you are going to store it, the stock into that one, which is the temporary area or intermediate area where you will put the your stock temporarily. So that for that we have to define the anyhow the storage type for that area, and the bin, one bin has to be created for that storage type area. And in this bin you will receive the stock, and from this bin you'll move out the stock to final bin. So this is the some settings they have in SAP. It's there to create the storage bin. So any idea of what is the transaction code to create the storage bin, which I explained? LS01 is the storage bin. You can have here zone 1, and you can just see what is the your goods receipt area for this storage type. This is something everything custom is used in this system. Okay, you will have the generally we try to use the maximum time the standard one. Yeah, so you can see here inbound staging area. You can use this storage type section. If you have anything, save it. Yeah, bin is created. For this inbound staging area, this is the bin is created, and this bin will be assigned to your particular WPT when as soon as it is determined. Yeah, WPT 1010 default WPT for once document is created in the EWM system. Okay, so this is something as I explained you what are the storage types or sequence, and how it should be the settings should be done. Yeah, you can refer this PPT also for your understanding going forward. And you can see here what the search sequence and what is the storage type we assigned for that search sequence. So system will determine the this storage type for this search sequence to put the stock into the particular storage type. Then after the search sequence, what we are going to define, it is a put away control indicator. Yeah, this is the indicator using which we will determine your storage type, and storage types using which will determine the storage type search sequence, and using the storage type search sequence you will determine the storage type. I am repeating it again and again because you should understand this properly. Yeah, now you see here again, as I explained you, this is the some process type control indicator, warehouse process type, and the what should be the search sequence it should be determined. Yeah, if you don't have the input control indicator and only the this process type indicator assigned, that means as soon as you get the any stock for this inside this process type indicator, determine this process type indicator, the system will allow you to put the stock into that particular storage sections, sorry, storage type search sequence, and whatever the storage type you assigned into that storage type search sequence. Okay, this is something you have to optimization the, did I shown you this setting? No, right? The how it should be determined the first, or whether it should determine your storage type based on your process type or put away strategy, or based on your quantity classification, stock type, and whatever the blah blah blah, this all the settings. Yeah, so first of all here you can see the this you will see this what the search sequence SAP should be follow. Yeah, so you can define this setting into the system, how it should be optimize your storage type determination for the put away. Yeah, now you can see that at the product level, what should be the your settings you have to maintain it once you have the define the search sequence. And now you can see, yeah, the documents which is going to be created for that moments. Okay, now what are the different categories for the various task in EWM? Okay, so these are the four different categories for which warehouse task will be created, or for which warehouse task, for different activities for warehouse task will be created. One is the put away, another one is stock removal, third one is internal warehouse movement, and fourth one is a posting change. So for these different four category, the warehouse task will be created always. Okay, so based on the categories, if you are going to do the inbound activity for the final put away, in that case the category of that warehouse task will be put away. And if you are moving the stock from one bin to another, or any internal movement, the category of that warehouse task will be internal warehouse movement. So how we'll understand for which activity the particular warehouse task are created for that inbound delivery. So based on the warehouse category, you can understand, so for that particular activity, this warehouse task is created. Okay, yeah, that's the differentiator between the task, because all activity whatever you are going to create, let it be inbound, outbound, internal, posting change, XYZ, blah blah. For that you are going to create the warehouse task. To understand that warehouse task for what activity it is created, this is the differentiator. It's the category. You can understand from seeing the category inside the warehouse task. The statuses of the warehouse task. What are the different statuses in the warehouse task? As soon as you create the warehouse task, the task will be in the open status. Yeah, that means operator has not yet performed that particular task, or operator has not performed that particular activity. Yeah, so as soon as operator perform that activity, completed that activity, the operator has to confirm that warehouse task. The once as soon as he confirm that warehouse task into the system, the status of that warehouse task will be shown as a confirmed. Or is he say operator C, there is a something, uh, a task which are created is not correct, or something issue is there, he or he is not able to perform that activity, or when his time is up. For that case, any XYZ case scenarios where he has to cancel that warehouse task, he will cancel it. The status of that warehouse task will become A. That means it is a cancelled. Yeah. And the B, waiting warehouse task. Okay. Now, when in which case this B, waiting warehouse task will be created. Okay. Suppose you have the, what it will happen if you define the your settings in the warehouse, like as soon as you received the stock into goods receipt area or into the warehouse, system will automatically create the warehouse task in which that product has to be stored into the final bin. Okay, so you'll have the settings, you have that options available. System will create your final put away warehouse task, but in between you have to perform some additional activity. Example, once you receive the stock in GR zone, you have to perform the quality inspection, or you have to perform the WAS activity. In that case, what system will do, it will create the warehouse task even for the final bin, but that warehouse task will be in the waiting status, and the another warehouse task will be created by system in the open status to perform that activity, quality inspection activity, or to perform that your was activity. Yeah, so in that case, if you have the define the process in a such a way, system driven processes, if you have the follow, or if you have the system driven processes for that particular product which is received into the warehouse, in that case system will, as soon as it is created, as soon as the stock received into the your warehouse, system will automatically create the final task first. Final task will be created, and then your intermediate task will be created in the open status, and final warehouse task will be your in the waiting status. Unless and until you are not completing your intermediate task or processes, till that time the status of that final bin put away warehouse task will be in the open stuff, in the waiting status. Yeah, once you complete your intermediate task, or then automatically system will change that status of the warehouse task to the open status, and then operator can put the your bin into the final. Clear? in which case the yeah, in which case waiting will be go and in which case the open starts and this all. Yeah. Now there are the two type of warehouse task will be created into the EWM system. Only two type of warehouse task. Yeah. One is the product warehouse task and another one is the HU warehouse task. Yeah. So in which case product warehouse task will be created? Okay. So you are getting the stock from the external or from the in the warehouse for which there is no packing, repacking, or there is nothing is required to be done, or also from the uh, external vendor or from the stock which is coming for it is come as a loose stock. Something is you can see. It's steel material. Something is a steel material. It is not for that. It is not required to be stored into some container or something. It can store into loose into the floor of the warehouse. In that case, there is not required to be create the handle unit number and pack that into the store pallets and put it into the warehouse, right? To handle such warehouse, to handle such a stock into the warehouse based on the quantity, in that case system will create the product warehouse task. Yeah, because the stock is handle the product wise and the quantity wise. Okay, so for that product warehouse task will be created. Then again you will have the same statuses, whether it is cancel or whatever the depends on the your activities which you are going to perform. It will change the statuses of the warehouse task. And you'll have the, I think there is nothing mention of the HU warehouse task. So another, yeah. So next type of warehouse task is your HU warehouse task. Okay. In which case HU warehouse task will be created when you are going to handle the products into the warehouse by the pallets or the by the boxes. Yeah, it's not something that you are going to handle the stock into the warehouse product wise. You are going to handle it by the alternate unit of measure of that product, something pallet, boxes, cartons. In that case, for that boxes, cartons, and the pallets for which SAP in EWM system we have to create the handling unit number for that. In that case, the warehouse task whatever you are going to create to handle that movements of the stock will be the HU warehouse task. Yeah, the stock will be managed by the handling unit level, not the product on quantity level. Yeah, now as I told you, for in which case the warehouse order is created for it is the now bulk what we say combination of the multiple warehouse task is the there will be one container document will be created, that is warehouse order document. Yeah, so that warehouse order document can be created to for the different based on your different criteria, like the whatever the products you are getting received in the inbound delivery and in the some bins in aisle, or if you see some aisle is there available, suppose this is the your two storage types and this is the aisle available in between, and you received the two inbound deliveries or four inbound deliveries with the product XYZ here, XY ABC product here for both inbound delivery. In that case, what it will happen, from different inbound delivery, there will be one warehouse order created, and what that warehouse order and whatever the warehouse task for that inbound delivery, different inbound delivery created, will be assigned to that one operator. So he can go in this aisle and pick up the stock for both inbound for both the deliveries. There is nothing like separate delivery wise. Oh, this operator has to go here and pick up everything. No, in the warehouse how the worker wish will do worker will work only in this aisle whole day, one kind of worker. Yeah, to perform the put away and stock removal activity. So in that case the product can be stored into any one of these storage types from the any deliveries. So in one delivery there can be requirement to get the product from this uh, aisle, or also the another delivery the different product from the this aisle, sorry, from different product from this storage bins sections. So in that case, warehouse order will be created for the different deliveries, and that warehouse order will be assigned to that particular operator. So you got the what is the purpose of the warehouse order?
Yes, Rohit.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a something warehouse order creation it is required. I will suggest try to go this reading in deeper as much as you can. Yeah, and then you can see the what are the different restriction or how you can create the warehouse order for the one or more than deliveries and that all. You can see here how the warehouse order creation can be done. Then creation rule, the how based on the what are the rules it should be created warehouse order. This is the something rules based on that you can create the your one warehouse order. We will not go that much into details now. Okay, so you can see the queues, activity areas, consultation groups. So whatever I was explaining earlier, very initial stage, based on the activity area, your warehouse orders will be created and the queues will be assigned to that particular warehouse order. And whatever the warehouse task is created under that warehouse order will be assigned to the particular operator or the user into the warehouse to perform that activity. Yeah, you can see now what to know. This is activity area will be used. Based on that you will create the warehouse order into the for that particular areas which is there into the particular activity area. Yeah, this is something as we seen it. Search sequence, storage type bean, determination storage bean. Yeah, this is goods received process as I explained you earlier. This is how the product quantity, WPT, source data, destination data, determination, how it will happen. So based on this, your search sequence or putaway strategy, it will be done. Yeah, you can see storage type, search sequence, section, storage bin, and the destination storage bin. Yeah, the same thing which I was saying, explaining you earlier. This is given in the, you can refer this PPT for the understanding the in the details of the putaway processes, how it will be determined, packaging specification, hazardous materials, and this how the settings will be determined for product master, and based on that, what the storage types or sequence will be determined. So you'll have this pictorial diagrams available. You can see in the storage cell sequence how it will be determined that as I explained you. And storage bin, yeah, you can see again here based on your storage bin handle unit types or sequence, different storage type pins, and the storage type level you will handle, we will put the handling unit number as I shown in the put a strategy where you will assign the handling unit to the particular storage type. Okay. You can see here based on what the determination of the bins will be done. If you have the fixed bin, in that case, it will just directly, we can mention one WPT. Warehouse process type is nothing but WPT. So most of the time I will name it as a WPT. And fixed bin, how from where it is always put stock into this bin, the XYZ product. Near fixed bin, these are the some concept which near to the fixed bin you can reserved area is there and you'll just put it there and put to the near fixed bin. General storage area where you'll just put a number of whatever the products you are getting into the warehouse, you'll just put it there. Empty bin, with these strategies you can if you have the requirement to put the whatever the stocks comes and put it always into the empty bin. That is something you will be, this strategy is specifically suited for the high rack storage and self storage. Yeah. So if you have the pallets are coming into the high bay storage, high rack storages from the finished goods, big like now in my current client, I'm working for the petroleum oil and gas client. Yeah, so they are getting the big containers of 20 liters pallets into the high rack, where crane will put that pallets into the big 200 liter drums into the pallet, 4 drums into one pallet, and that drum will be put into the high rack by the crane. So in always one pallet into the one bin. So that is what the strategies we are following in the my current client. Yeah, in that case, this will be the option available to put always stock into the empty storage bin. It should not allow the mix stocked into the bins. So in that case, we'll use these strategies, empty storage bin. Now we'll have the addition to existing stock, right? So if you have the bulk storages, right? So something like you get the uh, raw materials, or you can get the some stock in which you can store into the bulk areas. Yeah, so in that case, you can add the stock into the same bin in the one area. So in that case, we'll have this option at the storage type level to addition to the stock, addition to the existing stock. Yeah, you can see here already bins here is available. You can put another stock also into the that same bin. Pallet storage, you can see in which case pallet storage will be used. So you can see this is the something pallets which I was talking in the, you'll have bigger pallet, smaller pallet, or boxes, cartons. So similarly, inside this you will have your actual stock available. So for this, we will call it as a one issue number. For this also is there will be another issue number. Similarly, yeah, based on the your, if you have this kind of bigger container, then issue type will be different for that. If you have the smaller container, issue type will be the different for that in the EWM system. So you can see the by seeing the picture and how the pallets and will be there into the warehouse and different based on different sizes. The issue types will be different for that particular pallets. It's clear? Okay, then you'll have the bulk storages. Again, as I told you, how much you want to keep the size of the bulk storage and that all, how many maximum bins you can put into that bulk storage that you can define, you can have it. How many stacks you can have put, how many stack you can put into that bulk storage area. My stack means one stock on the another. Yeah, so that how many level of stack you can do it, storing, and the maximum handling it number, how many you can put into the bulk storage. You can see here, this is the bulk storage stack. These are the stacks on each other it is kept. Goods receipt mode, this is the goods receipt mode. You can see here at the business system level, when the goods receipt should be done, so that posting is sorry, for that system business system level, you'll have that settings available. Only send the full goods receipt at the end of the put away process, or send the full, we can control the when you want to send the goods receipt posting to the ERP system. Based on this setting, you'll be able to achieve that. Got it? Or inspection also, you can see when it should be sent, and that controlling of the goods movements to send it back to the EWM system will be done here. Okay, now how the goods received will be sent back to the EWM. Yeah, so that will be done through the PPF. Okay, so this is something one point we are going to see into the very much in the details. So this is something you might be aware about the outputs in the SDMM, where it will be triggered your smart forms, or it will be triggered your iDocs. Yeah, so similarly, so this is the something additional add-on feature in SAP has come up with the PPF post processing framework. Uh, yeah, framework. So using this, you will send the messages to EWM or non-EWM, or trigger the smartphone, so or trigger the print outputs, or send the mails, or any communication with the external system, or any automation to be start based on the one activity completed into that particular documents. So do that. This is the PPF action will be used now. In this case, this is the standard PPF action will be used to send the goods received posting back to the ERP. Yeah, and this will call the your BAP. This is the BAP will be called inside this PPF action to send your goods receipt posting back to the ERP. Yeah, so this I will show you in the when we see the inbound flow how this will be get triggered. Yeah, we'll go through it once practical. Goods receipt interface, what is there, and once it is completed the status, you can see here putaway goods received is completed status at the inbound delivery level. These are the some statuses: unloading completed, putaway, warehouse activity, and goods received is completed. So this PPF also it's triggered. Okay, so this is something inbound delivery level, inbound process. So any doubt, any query, guys here?
No, Rohit, but when you will give us a system demo?
Yeah. So okay, let's try to get some. Is it okay if we extend it for the half an hour to complete this system demo? I have not checked
Yes.
in very much detail whether we will be able to perform uh, the inbound process. We'll try to do it simple way, yeah, without any internal steps, and then next I will also explain with the some internal steps also. And to create the purchase order. Okay. Okay, I'm just copying the one purchase order from another one. Yeah, just press the enter. For this supplier, you will have the some header data. For this organization, purchase organization and group company code. Then this material, this much are the cartons quantities. It is the plant and storage location. You'll have the received on dock, right? 00D, whatever it is there, received on dock. This is the description of that storage location. And let's see what else we have. Inbound delivery. This is the important parameter. You have to save it. Yeah. and then save the purchase order. $13.45 is your purchase order. PL 31 yen is the transaction code. Clear the inbound delivery. Now you can see this is the storage location for this 36 quantity is created. Now let me show you. Yeah. Okay, so this is something stock is available here. We'll see once goods receipt is done whether the stock is getting updated or not. So that we will see. I don't know whether in background queues and everything is updated in the system or not. We'll see it. Then we'll save. As soon as we saved it here, okay, then this inbound delivery will be sent to the EWM system. Now you anyone has to explain me on which basis this inbound delivery is sent to the EWM system. You see here, inbound delivery was distributed to WMS, right? So please explain me, anyone can, how this will be.
It's based on the plant and storage location, right?
Mhm.
Since a warehouse is assigned to that plant and storage location,
Right.
it gets distributed.
Yeah, that's correct. Now, if you come here, deliver was distributed, therefore display only. You cannot do any changes in this delivery. It has to be started, initiated from your EWM system only, always. Yeah. Now, what is the T code for the to see the inbound delivery? This is the T code /n SCWM PRDI. Okay. Now here logistic execution delivery. This is the some option SAP has come up with. But if you have the decentralized warehouse system, here you will get the something ERP delivery, some another naming. Okay, but if this is the as a embedded and latest system, in this case, a logistic execution delivery option is coming. And in decentralized system level, this is that there is a different option available. So you have to select that, enter the whatever the ERP delivery you have created, execute it. Now you see it is not received into the EWM level yet. Now we need to see whether that stuck into the any queue or not. What I will do is SMQ2. Let me see first any inbound queue is stuck for that delivery. Yes, this is a queue. I will lock it and unlock it. Queue is gone. So let me check SMQ1 whether there is any outbound queue available for the new product store. This is the 1345 is the purchase order for which one queue is stuck. Lock it, unlock it. It's gone.
But why is the purchase order stuck? The purchase order doesn't go anywhere, right?
No, no, there might be
Only the
some background.
inbound delivery.
No, no, no. This is a outbound delivery, yeah. So
Okay.
this is the same system, na. Maybe something for
Okay.
another this purchase order may be going to the some accounting, financing somewhere. Maybe don't know, but there is some queue. So this
Okay.
queue is not registered for anything. So that's the purpose. It is just I'm clearing the queues too, so it will be stock will be updated properly. Yeah, this purchase order queue will not come to the EWM, not at all. Now let's see. Okay, you got it. Now let's see what is the document delivery type category, warehouse number. These are the document categories available and the statuses of this. Now you must have been seen for this one. There is no delivery notification document. Huh? There will be inbound delivery notification. This is will be your disable mode always in the system. There. Now in the item level, let's see based on that delivery type, delivery category, what is the warehouse process type is determined. It is determined the Y114, right? And staging bay for that, it is the Y19, this whatever it is there. It is determined. How this is determined? Any idea, guys? As I explained you.
Uh, so you showed some configs, right? Where I don't know the exact steps, but you explained that in detail.
Yeah. So let's
Put
see.
away condition.
Yeah, it is in the cross docking in the WPT determination option,
Hmm.
right? So in the cross process settings, warehouse task, the determine warehouse process type. Okay. So what was the document type for our delivery?
INB. INB.
INB and category is a PDI. Yeah. Now what
Uh-huh.
is the INB document type? This is the INB, right? And for that INB, this is the process type it is available. Why it is determined only this process type? Why it did not determine this one? This is a process type determination indicator. If we see here at the product level, whether it is assigned at the product level or not. If it would have been assigned it at the product level, then if you would have assigned it this Y0123, whatever Y053, whatever it is there, Y1, it would have been determined this Y113 if you would have been assigned this indicator at this level.
Got it.
Okay. So as of now, it is nothing is assigned at the product level. So that's why it is determined your Y114. So I will suggest you guys to change this indicator at the product level and try to see whether this is getting determined or not. Yeah, from your end. So
Okay.
you'll get idea of it. Now, for this indicator is determined, then what is the next action? Now, what it should be done? I will see what is the Y14 for this WPT indicator. What is the our storage type determination is defined. Yeah, for Y14 process type. If I go here, goods received processes, then strategies. Inside the strategies, let's come here directly specify storage types or sequence for the put away. Now if I come here, what is the my warehouse number is 1710, right? And what is the 1710 warehouse number? And put away, what was the my put away?
Y114.
Y1114. And was there any put away control indicator assigned at the product level? Let me see. Yes, put away control indicator YQ004 is assigned. YQ004. Yes, YQ004 is assigned. For that, what is the my YE03 is a search sequence, right? And also I have the P quantity classification P YE005. But did I assign this quantity classification at product level? Let's see that. No. That means for me, where my product should go now? For this process type, for this put away control indicator, which is assigned at product level, the goods
Y03.
should go to the YE03. Now I will say what is the storage type for this YE03 search sequence it is assigned. YE03. Sorry, here I will go and assign one. YE03, this is the storage type is it assigned. Okay. Now let me see for this storage type, is there any bins available? Open bins available. Then only we will be able to store it, right? Where you will see? You will see into the monitor transaction code whether there are any bins available uh, for that particular. We'll see this monitor and that all in detail, but this is the transaction code in the stock and bins. If I come here, enter storage type, there is a one bin already available, right? Now this bin is already empty, and does it blocked for the token stock removal? Let me see. I'm just for the okay. So now for this warehouse process type, okay, Y003, did I mention it here? We need to see whether warehouse task creation and confirmation is allowed or not. Yeah. Now we got to know where this our stock has to be moved in. This is the bin and this is the storage type. Let me just copy this to add this to later. Okay. So I need to see for YB01 and bulk storage type for this storage type whether we have assigned this storage bin type or not. Yeah, because here in the product level you have assigned it, so we need to see whether the storage type bin is I've assigned it to that storage type or not. YB01 it is not assigned to that storage type. That means system will not automatically determine the storage bin. Yeah, it should have been maintained here. What was the storage type? Y970. ठीक है. Hmm. Don't know should I do these settings or not. Okay, so now we have assigned it. Let's see, it should work now. Or we could have been moved to the storage bin type also from the product level. That should have been work, but just wanted to see whether this will work or not. Yeah. Then our inbound delivery is created. We saw where it has to be moved, and now we can just try to create our next statuses. Yeah. So as soon as stocks come, inbound delivery comes into the EWM system, what generally we do follow, complete the unloading. Yeah, because at the header level, if you see here, there is a unloading status, goods received status, and these all statuses are there available. There is that goods received, unloading, put away, and the warehouse activity statuses. So let's unload first and then start with the our. Generally, you can do the unloading if you have the procedure to create the transportation unit into the EWM system or something. If you are going to get the unloading task creation and that all, in that case, you'll need to create the transportation unit into the EWM system and assign that inbound deliveries to be to that transportation unit, and from that transportation unit you will do the unloading from that transportation unit to the goods receipt area of the AWM. So generally if you have the transportation management uh, module, in that case also you will get the transportation unit from the TM module, yeah, from TM system. Or internally also if you have that requirement, something you are getting transportations queues but to be tracked into the EWM system, in that case also you will have to create the transportation unit and do the unloading for that. So let me show you that also how we will create the transportation unit in the EWM. You will have to select the means of transportation through which your inbound delivery is going to become. It's truck, I will select, and the what should be the packaging material in EWM, that is truck. We have to create it. The what should be the direction? It should be outbound or inbound. I will say it is inbound. Yeah, someone was having any doubt, query?
No, no, but we have this DU process.
You have, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So is it something
No, it is
transportation
not as
TM?
we don't do it through transportation management.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah, this is your receiving and sending activities. Yeah. So in the
correct.
receiving, this is I'm handling doing it in the receiving activity. So technically, for this receiving activity, till the your stock comes into the GR zone, there is a separate framework SAP has developed technically. So you can see sending and receiving activity. Yeah. So this one common transactional manager class SAP has created to achieve this whole activity, sending and receiving. Yeah. So I will show, yeah, I'll give you in the details of what are the sending and receiving activity manager classes SAP has created, and what is the important methods, or while doing the customization into these, what are the some clear methods, or the what we say that transactional methods, cleanup methods, and that how it should be used. That I will explain you once we start going through the EWM act architecture topic. Yeah, that will be our, once we cover our all the uh, framework and development tools which is SAP has provided. Once we complete that activity topics, then we will come with this activity, standing receiving, what is the technical settings, or what are the technical classes behind these whole things. Yeah, we'll see that also. I will just show you that classes and that all. Hmm. Then once you create the transportation unit, now you can see you have to assign that delivery, whatever it is created. We'll create it, assign it here, execute. Yeah, delivery is assigned. I will just click on the save. Now you have to complete the TU activity. This is something only TU is, delivery is assigned to that particular transportation unit, but you have not planned anything. TU is not yet arrived at your warehouse door. This is something only TU is created. You are expecting this TU is going to become, and in this TU, this is the delivery is going to become into the warehouse. It is just planned. As soon as your delivery is going to come into the warehouse, you have to do the check-in. Yeah, so you can see the arrived and saved. That means your transportation, it comes into the yard management parking area. You just saved it. Once it is come to the parking area, now you might have the plan to in which door, through which door this transportation unit has to become. Yeah, or that truck has to become. Then what you'll do, you'll come here in assign door. You will assign the door through which it has to become, inbound door, outbound door. We will have, I just select first one. You can always have to, you have to always select the free door. Huh? If it is tick mark is a free door, you have to select that. Occupied door, it will not allowed. System will not allow that. Execute and save. This is something you have just planned it. You have not started. A door is not, tree is not yet come to your door. Yeah, this is just you have planned. There's this transportation unit is going to come. It is in the parking area. Now I have planned that that truck has to should come through this door to do the unloading. Now once your trucks come to the your door area, in through the door, you'll need to go action, door, arrived at door. Now your door is occupied. Now you can see the your door is active. Now T is at door. Now you can start your unloading activity from the door. Now in this case, in our case, we don't have the setups to create the unloading task and all that, right? Because that warehouse task doesn't have the any uh, uh, storage process assigned. You can see here. This we are going to just see the simple one, but I will show you in also the detail one in the some going forward examples. Y14, one step put away. Yeah. So you see here for this storage type, if I go here, storage process control. This topic we have to see in the details. Huh? This I will explain you tomorrow while we see the outbound process. I intentionally keep this for the tomorrow. Okay. You see here, and inside this, you have only one step. That is YIPW, YI put away, final put away. Yeah. This is IB03. Something I can see this for this warehouse, everything is customized, but this is the standard IB03 steps, and that's SAP has provided. Generally, we should use that. So in your system, you'll always see this IB02, IB01 is for unload, IB02 is for deconsolidation, IB03 is for put away, for picking, packing, preparing for loading, load, so quality inspection. These are the different steps which are going to perform into the warehouse. For that all step you have to perform here. You have to mention that all step which you are going to perform into the storage process. And this storage process will be assigned to the warehouse activity. Warehouse process type. So based on that, system will say you have to perform these many activities for this product. Yeah. So for this, there is nothing mentioned, nothing is in the further activity. So it will not create any warehouse task, but here you can just update the status. Here we have the status, loading and unloading status. You have to update that status. Yeah. So I just come here. Where is the unloading? You see here the unloading, and that is not possible. I will just finish the unloading. Hmm. Yeah, this will not allow through the transportation unit because it has to be have the some task created and all that. So through this it will not allow, but I will show you this also once I do that setup. But just wanted to show you this how to you activity what which you are going to do through this one. Okay, but if you have that further processes in the setup, you'll have to perform this activity. I will show you that in the tomorrow session or maybe in the Saturday sessions. uh, yeah, so let's see. We'll do the without this too. Yeah, I will just delete the delivery assignment. Yes, anyone knows having any question?
So what is the advantage of TO? Why should we do that?
Too,
Yeah.
if you want to track the your transportations activities, right? So if you have the ad management, or uh, if you have the transportations managed by the your client, something
Hmm.
you see transportation is managed by your client, something they will manage the transportation to track that all transportation. For that purpose you will need to have the transportation units active this activity has to be performed, right, to manage that one.
Okay. Okay.
And there is a separate module and which is a complex for the transportations to
Yeah.
plannings and
Yeah.
yeah, right. So
Got it. Yeah.
for that purpose we need to have this one, and if I'm not wrong, each and every warehouse will have this for sure, unless and until it is just for the warehouse which is managed for the raw material or finished good managed warehouse from the production plant, right. So for that warehouses you will not have the transportation unit activities and all that. But if you are getting the products from the external vendor, and that in that case of course you will have that one. So I have to departure from door. So I made the door free and delete the delivery assignment. Yeah, now delivery assignment is removed from this door. Now let's see at the delivery level itself, we will complete the unloading. If you don't have the what we say the unloading to be done by the transportation unit and anything, in that case just unloading, here you will have the status, right? Button, you just click on the this button, say, you have to select it, unload, save. You can see unloading is completed. Now I will select this delivery, click on the follow action. Here as we don't have any packing, means no need to create the handling unit number and that all, so I just will not create any HU. I just put the whole stock as it is into bulk. So I came warehouse task creation, and here I just press on the create. Let's see, there is something issue with that. Manually if you entered here the product in,
After unloading, we don't do the GR. We directly.
sorry, I missed out that point. Thank you. That's why I think its determination didn't happen. Yeah. Okay. We have to click on the GR. Now, if you see goods, whatever the stock is there, it will be available into the GR zone. Yeah. Once you complete the GR, now you see these two PPF action. It's going to be triggered. This is not configured. Now I will manually trigger this posting. Yeah. So it should update the your stock into the ECC system, and also inbound delivery status. Here 360 is the stock, and the inbound delivery status, actual GR date, and this GR moment, it is nothing is updated, right? So let's
Yes.
see. Let's see that which is updated or not. So yes slash o yes ppf p, yes ppf p is the T code to perform that activity. Is today's date. I will click on the execute. Come on. Creation form time. Correct only, right? Okay. So these are the two processes. I will just process it manually. This is will done automatically. Huh? Okay. So there are some settings which is not maintained in this system, but to process the JR, this will be done automatically. I will just refresh this. Let's see, it is triggered. Yeah. Now see stock. It's updated. No. Okay. So there might be some queue is stuck again. Okay. Where is refresh? नहीं है क्या यहाँ पे? Yeah, there must be queues stuck again for this. One queues. SN, SNQ2. And you can see there are two queues struct. I will locked and unlocked. यहाँ पे रिफ्रेश का ऑप्शन नहीं है क्या कोई को? You can see goods receipt is updated now, and the goods movement date also is there. You can see goods receipt is completed. Okay, and if you come here, refresh the stock, you got the stock updated here. Yeah, this is on the received on dock. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this is in the this plant, D plant. But now what I will do, I will do the final put away. Follow an action, warehouse task. Okay, automatic bin determinations. There are might be some setting missing it out. That's why it is not triggering. Just enter this bin in which it should have been gone. Click on. Yeah, you can see here it is in green status. I will just save it. Create this warehouse order is created. You can confirm also from here, but I will not confirm from here. I will show you the another way. You can see here order is created. Yeah, so but it is not yet confirmed. That's why you can see the status partially completed still, right? Now if you go to the monitor transaction code,
But you created only the task, right?
yes, it has to be confirmed. It is not yet,
So
just task is,
how do you
yes,
differentiate a task and an order?
that is what I will show you. You see here, this is warehouse order is created by default, and for that warehouse order, this is the task created. Okay, you can
Okay.
see the inside the warehouse order task will be there for always. Without warehouse order, task cannot be created. Yeah,
Mm.
you want to see, this is the warehouse order. Sorry, task. For this warehouse order, what are the tasks is there? You can see it here. Yeah, you see this is the task.
Okay.
Now if you see inside this warehouse task, what is the status? You can see this status is in the open status. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can confirm this warehouse task via RF. You can confirm it from the this via desktop. Any way is possible. Yeah. I will show you once we start with our RF settings. Then that time I will show you how it is going to be done through the RF. But now here we'll do the manually confirmation. You can see here. We can do it in the foreground or in the background. I just do in the background. Confirm. Enter destination HU. Okay. I thought it will create some problems. Okay, I need to do some settings for the HU creation and all that. Yeah, in this system. I will show you by tomorrow this whole HU creation and all that. Yeah. So if the HU without there might be some restriction to store the stock only for the HU type is assigned to the storage location. In that case, HU has to be created. So let's see. How we will do that. Yeah, I will see this one and tomorrow I will show you. Yeah. Okay. So once we do the final put away, then the stock will be updated from this location to the here. It will increase in this one. Yeah, in the ECC site. At least hope at least how the storage bin is getting determined and how the what is the purpose of WPT and how WPT is getting determined into the inbound delivery when it is getting created, and what is the search sequence is used, what is the purpose of that. So let's revise this tomorrow one. So try to go through all this whatever I explained today. Yeah, and try to do the practice in your system as well. In your development system, you might have all the setup already ready. So in this system, I need to check what are the things are missing it out. But in your system, you might have this. Everything is settings are available. So you should be able to complete that at least. Try to do it from your end also. So it will. You might. I'm sure you will get some queries or doubts in that one. So you can ask me. Yeah. It's clear.
Yes, Rohit.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.